Mathew Westmorland is here. And so, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Plumbing training, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, well, you know, just another day, just another job, they say, right?
Yep.
Well, what do you want to do? I'm bringing you in because you're going to be the dining hall opening act for the country band on the 27th at the Inglenook Community Center.
That's correct.
And we'll set you up in the hall. Maybe I'll give you one of my IQ series speakers for vocals, and I think you have your little Fishman amp, right? All right, so I think we got that part covered for your audio there. That's going to be Gene Parsons, Keeter Stewart, and Lee Ryder are the headliners for that. I thought they were going to have Peter, what's-his-face, the real estate guy, play drums, but I guess not. I guess it's just a trio. But it should be a good show. Those guys are pretty good together. So what do you think you'll play there? We've got some time. You've been developing your music set and gigging all over the place, so...
Yep, whatever you got to do to stay busy.
This is your third pass on KNYO.
This is my third pass.
Yeah. You've been still doing the open mics at Tucker's and stuff occasionally, or?
Well, since my gigging schedule is picked up a lot more intensely, I'm not doing that as often.
Okay.
But I do make it out. I made it out this past Monday night. I've got a new song I wrote last Friday, and it's not gig tested yet. You know.
Oh, yeah?
It's just not worn in from all the quality gigs. So I went out to open mic on Monday night to sort of, you know, give it a go.
Is it radio worthy yet?
We can make it radio worthy.
Well, whatever you want to do. I'm giving you some time, and whatever you'd like to play, and you know, we can chat a little in between tunes.
Okay.
Let's hear what you got.
Well, this is my new song. It's called Front Porch Swing. I'll just let you listen to it.
What's it about? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, my titles are so vague. There's too much guesswork involved. I might need to fix that.
That's okay.
I'll let you listen to the lyrics, and
okay.
Anything you hear in there you find questionable, you can ask me about.
All right.
All right, this one's Front Porch Swing. Ain't nothing like Georgia in the spring. On Nanny and Papa's front porch swing. We sit and watch the world go by, waving at the cars on Skyline Drive. Papa would smoke his Winston Reds. I get nostalgic at the smell of them. We got that Georgia Bulldog pride. You'll make us mad if you say roll tide. Nanny's in Memorial Gardens with Grand Curly and Papa Ray. This family belongs together, even when we in the grave. And these chains might be rusty, but that don't change a thing. It's the simple ways of life I've learned on Nanny and Papa's front porch swing. Ain't nothing like wind blowing through the pines and laughing at the kids with your hand in mine. Telephone rings when Papa John calls and says, I just wanted to check on y'all. Nanny's in Memorial Gardens with Grand Curly and Papa Ray. This family belongs together, even when we in the grave. And these chains might be rusty, but that don't change a thing. It's the simple ways of life I've learned from Nanny and Papa's front porch swing. We got swollen knuckles and bad knees from working 6 days a week, but there's food on the table and a roof over our heads. And there ain't much to the way we live, but that's how we like it round here. And this Northeast Georgia staying. Nannies and memorial gardens with Grand Curly and Papa Ray. 'Cause family belongs together even when we integrate. And these chains might be rusty, but that don't change a thing. It's the simple ways of life I learned. Nanny and Papa's front porch swing. Ain't nothing like Georgia in the spring. On Nanny and Papa's front porch swing.
That's how it's done, huh?
That's how it's done.
Now, how you lived in Georgia, right?
Yep.
How many years were you in Georgia and Oklahoma, right? Are those the two?
Georgia, South Carolina, Oklahoma,
Okay.
and now California.
How'd you get out? One of these states doesn't belong. It sounds like a Sesame Street rhyme or a song, you know? Oh, gosh. Okay, how many years were you in Georgia? You must be used to the weather or know something about it.
Yeah, so I was in Georgia till I was 12, and then moved to South Carolina when I was 12. Stayed there till I was 19. 19, I moved to Oklahoma. Left Oklahoma when I was 27. Went back to Georgia for about 14 months, and then moved to California.
All right, all right.
So,
I want to say hi to Sean Freitas in Arizona, and then Bob Deese, or Robert Deese Jr. joined on the live stream. So hi guys, thanks for tuning in
Hi,
to
Sean and Bob.
KNYO. Yeah, Bob of Acoustic Serenade. Someday I should have those guys in here. That might be a treat. You know, they play headlands and they play various gigs.
Yeah.
It's interesting because there's Robert, Bob, and Robert. I always say it's like Bob, Robert, Bob. I can't remember. But they sound good when they play. It's an interesting acoustic thing going on there. Oh, my door opened and closed. Well, garage studio. Hi. Well, what do you think? You want to pull something else out?
Sure. I'll do another song, another new song that I wrote. This one's not brand new. I wrote it back in October, but it's not radio tested yet, so we'll give it a go.
The old gray whistle test.
Yep. Hey, I only messed up on that last one once.
I didn't notice.
Okay, then good. This one's called Never Enough. Walk through Falls Park, watch the reedy river flow, lying on our backs up the bank, skies above the love palmettos. We used to hold each other at the pond beside your house, behind a tree blocking the window, in case your mama would look out. We crossed our hearts and we hoped to die. I held your hands and kissed your lips under the palmetto sky. Then we counted our blessings through the tears and tore them up, 'cause one is just too many and 1,000 is never enough. We acted farther along than we were when the jasmines were in bloom. It was too late by the time we knew it, 'cause we bloodied the sheets in my bedroom. Then I took to drinking that summer. You didn't like that side of me. I resigned myself to being alone while you waited under the pine tree. We crossed our hearts and we hoped to die. I held your hands and kissed your lips under the palmetto sky. Then we counted our blessings through the tears and tore them up. 'Cause one is just too many and 1,000 is never enough. I know why you changed the subject. If I brought it up to you now, either it hurts too much to talk about, or you made your peace somehow. But if you ever have a question, just know I won't be averse. I may not have an explanation, but my apologies made it worse. Crossed our hearts and we hoped to die. I held your hands and kissed your lips under the palmetto sky. Then we counted our blessings through the tears and tore them up. 'Cause one is just too many and 1,000 is never enough. It's never enough. It's never enough. It's never enough.
There's a get on my mic here. There's a good. I found a line intriguing in that. What was it? I don't have an explanation, but the apology made it worse.
Yeah.
Or something. That's an interesting line.
Thank you.
That's a good line. This guy writes some interesting songs. You know.
Speaking of places where I've lived, the first song I played was about Georgia.
Sure.
That one was about South Carolina.
So you gonna play Oklahoma County line like
I need.
chicken picket?
I guess now I should write a song about Oklahoma, and then I'll have written one about everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't have a song about Oklahoma yet.
What are you gonna call it? Fracking in the Panhandle.
Well, for a long time I was kicking around the song title Oklahoma Wind, because all it does is blow there because there are no trees. But Billy Joe Shaver has a song called Oklahoma Wind, so...
You know, I grew up between Sheridan and Gillette, Wyoming in the northeast corner, and Sheridan is kind of more of in a basin. It's all Powder River basin country. Very cold in the winter, but in Gillette, the wind blows about 40 miles an hour one direction. Yep. And what sucks is all the subdivisions are about 4 miles from home, so you want a skateboard, scooter, mountain bike. I was always on some form of wheels. Yeah. Like, man, it's blowing in my face. Go hang out with my friends all day. When I'm going home, why did the wind switch the exact opposite direction? It's in my face again. You have grasshoppers down there?
In Oklahoma?
Yeah, like the big ones that are all over. Because we had bike paths, and you had to really haul butt on the bike paths because there was this swarm that would come up. And I remember going to the library one day, and I'm really hauling down this bike path, and these huge, like 2-inch grasshoppers are jumping up. One of them hits me in the face, and his leg gets stuck in my eyelid, and he's kicking. I about wrecked. I was like, ah! It was horrible. Anyway.
There's a song.
Yeah. My eyelid. You got any covers you like? What's your staple open mic cover? Probably a Johnny Cash or something, right?
I got a Johnny Cash song. I have a Stone Temple Pilots song.
What do you play by them?
Interstate Love Song.
Oh, okay. All the cover bands play, no offense, but all the cover bands play Interstate Love Song.
Well, yeah, I've tried out different ones. I've tried out Plush. I've tried...
yeah, I like the opening chords to Plush. It's got interesting chords.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that guy doesn't get enough credit. Which one of the DeLeo brothers is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
You know what? I I completely blew past I was never really a connoisseur of the grunge movement at all.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until,
Neither was I.
15 years, 20 years of listening to King's X where I finally realized, oh, Ty Tabor uses a drop D tuning like those grunge bands. It just never really caught on to me. And then all of a sudden I realized if I detuned and dropped my E to a D, I knew all these guitar licks of Ty Tabor's. I was like, oh. But yeah, Plush was in some tablature in one of my guitar magazines, and I was like, oh, neat chords.
Yeah.
Anyway.
My favorite song by them, you know what? I don't even know what it's called. It's on the same album as Interstate Love Song.
Uh-huh.
But it was one that never got released as a single, but they were the only grunge band I really got into.
Yeah. Man, I like the Nirvana sound, and I have a Pearl Jam album, and I used to really read guitar magazines when I was real young. I was like, because I liked that kind of trash off the newsstand. And I remember reading a Van Halen interview with Eddie Van Halen where he says, I don't get grunge. Where's the guitar solos? And I was like, that was a fair comment, I guess, for its time.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Although some of them, Black Hole Sun had a pretty good solo in it.
Have you heard the cover of that? No, it is the cover of that. Soundgarden's song is a cover. Black Hole Sun. Yeah, who does the original of that?
I thought they wrote it. I wouldn't know, though, because I'm like you. I'm not a grunge connoisseur. So.
Me neither, but no, there's another version of it.
Guns N' Roses.
I'll figure that out at some point. They did what?
Guns N' Roses did it when my brother saw them in November.
Oh, wow.
As a tribute to Chris Cornell.
Wow. Yeah, Dave Mustaine with Megadeth did a Soundgarden cover, but he sings like this, and it was horrible. It was nice, tribute, but yeah, it was kind of horrible. Actually, it's kind of a train wreck.
My brother said Axl Rose did his signature deep voice, so I could just Black Hole Sun, won't you come?
I had a musician friend, ran this under 21 youth center here many, many years ago, and a friend of mine used to drive him up the wall and would run from the front door to the back door of the youth center. And the guy that was the administrator, musician guy, hated Guns N' Roses. And Axl, he's like, oh, these pretty boys getting all this fame, and So my friend would run to one door and go, sweet child, and then run all the way around the building to the other side, sweet child, just to rub in sweet child of mine. And my administration guy is like chasing this kid around the building. It's so funny. It's like, I'm going to kill him. So what do you want to play? It's up to you. Originals, covers?
Do you want me to do a cover?
I don't, it's your strings this evening, and I'm happy that you came out. Last week I had Scott Peterson on. We were talking about the Community Foundation of Mendocino County as a foundation nonprofit that a whole bunch of their money, when you donate to a nonprofit that's titled Mendocino, that has bylaws that says this money shall stay in Mendocino County, but then like 2/3 of it goes out of state. We're kind of, poop disturbers, so I use this open hour for political debate and banter and musicians. So, KNYO, this is something you can do. If somebody wants a radio show, contact the knyo Radio Project, knyo.org. Go down to the studio, learn how to run a little bit of gear down there, and you too can have a radio show.
There you go.
And I'm privileged to have Mathew Westmorland in the house. So
I'm privileged to be here.
I appreciate it. So, it's your call. What do you want to play?
We're gonna do some Johnny Cash.
All right.
This is my take on. This is my favorite song ever written, and this is my take on it.
All right.
I tried to be Johnny Cash and Luther Perkins in the same song. So here we go. This one's called "Cry, Cry, Cry." Everybody knows where you go when the sun goes down. I think you only live to see the lights uptown. I wasted my time when I would try. Cause when the lights have lost their glow, you'll cry. Soon your sugar daddies will all be gone. You'll wake up some cold day and find you're alone. You'll call for me, but I'm gonna tell you bye. When I turn around and walk away, you'll cry. You're gonna cry, and you'll cry alone. When everyone's forgotten and you're left on your own, you're gonna cry, cry, cry. Awake at night to wait till you come in. You stay a little while and then you're gone again. Every question that I ask, I get a lie, lie, lie. For every lie you tell, you're gonna cry, cry, cry. When your fickle love gets old, no one will care for you. Then you'll come back to me for a little love that's true. I'll tell you no, and then you'll ask me why, why, why. When I remind you of all of this, you'll cry, cry, cry. You're gonna cry, 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 and you'll want me then. It'll hurt when you think of the fool you've been. You're gonna cry, cry, cry.
By the way, the original, my co-host from the original C&J's Warehouse show, Christopher Dunn, you've met him, Highway 1 Band, he says, hi, Matt, on the live stream.
Hi, Chris.
And this is, I feel kind of honored, because my daughter and I, when we used to go back and forth for custody trips to Sonoma County in my early days, for about almost 8 years, I did these drives to Santa Rosa every other week for custody. Horrible thing. As a parent, I try to stay together because custody is horrible for everybody. But my daughter was, she says, who do you have in the studio? He had me stuck in the car, quotes, driveway moment. So, hey, that means something to me because we listen to a lot of national public radio coming up, you know, and NPR tends to have driveway moments because they do longer, more in-depth, newsy stories. And Phoebe, if you're still listening, I'm honored that you had a driveway moment. Not too many times you get to do that in broadcast. Cool.
Sorry,
That's all right. That's all right. Good times.
Driveway moments are what we were talking about.
Yeah, yeah. So that's pretty cool. She tunes in. She's out Casper somewhere, and she's one of my frequent tune-in people.
Cool.
Yeah, I have a few. There's a few people that tune into the Wagner Variety Show.
You know, some of my greatest musical epiphanies were driveway moments.
Yeah.
So that's super cool.
Yeah, Prairie Home Companion used to keep me in the car quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know, depending on when I would get off work and stuff. I could listen to Garrison Keillor, you know, do a monologue for 15 minutes and be like, you know, better get this beer in the house, it's getting warm. Well, let's see. That clock is off because it's a really horrible clock. It's 5:34 and we've got like 25 more minutes. So,
is Chris listening right now?
Maybe.
Oh.
Did you get paid?
Well, either way, good to hear from you, Chris.
Awesome.
By the way, Highway 1 is playing in Casper this Saturday.
On the 20th.
On the 20th.
It's my birthday. But unfortunately, I can't go see him because I'm doing sound for the Inglenook Community Center
so
potluck.
You're an Aquarius too.
I guess so.
My birthday is the 29th.
Oh, well, it depends because the 20th is what they say on the cusp. Depends on if your horoscope says the 19th or the 20th, so I don't know.
I don't know much about astrology anyhow, but basically what I'm getting at is your horoscope is schizophrenic. You can be
a lot of girlfriends and one wife would say that. Yeah, I'm more of an astronomer than an astrologer.
Yeah.
You know, I like science.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway.
I like astrophysics.
Cool. You got any tunes by Neil deGrasse Tyson?
No, I don't.
Bill Nye the Guitar Guy. No kidding. Okay.
That would be interesting to explore in country music, though. I don't know if you would consider me country. A lot of people do, just because I have this accent, but...
You know, my theory, and it kind of carries over to the library that I bring to KNYO with my show, is I like, at least in my opinion, I like good music and I don't like bad.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll get into a show, play a bunch of hip-hop, or I'll go all-female artists for a while, or local artists. Tonight it's mostly progressive rock, like Yes, Rush, Frank Zappa, Spock's Beard, and some weird bands like that have epic, like 9-minute, 11-minute tunes, because I was really tired, and producing radio is a lot easier if you use long songs. Can't do that in commercial radio. They're like 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Play another commercial.
When I was a car detailer, I used to put on the Yes album sometimes, and I would just let it play on repeat for 8 hours a day.
You have a favorite Yes album?
The Yes album.
The Yes album.
Yeah. It's the one, what's on that one?
Does it have like Long Distance Runaround or any of those classics?
No, that was on Fragile.
Okay.
It had See All Good People on it.
Okay. I need to build up my Yes collection. I have, 90215 or whatever, and I have a lot of people call it the Onion, but Union. I have that. You know that the 90125, almost all the music was produced and written mostly by Trevor Rabin on that album. Mm-hmm. And there's actually like a 90124. There's an album that the cover looks strikingly familiar that has like demo versions by Trevor Rabin of almost all those songs.
Yeah.
And some of them sound a little different. I'm a big Trevor Rabin fan. Which outside of Yes, he scores a lot. He's probably scored over 100 movies.
Yeah.
The
attraction to Yes for me was Steve Howe.
He's an interesting. He kind of bobs his head funny. He's a funny player.
On the Yes album, get that album. It's only 6 songs, and in my opinion, it's their most incredible work. Not as commercially appealing as later stuff, but it was the album right before Fragile. It's actually when Steve Howe joined the band.
I'll have to message Lily about that. She's a big Yes connoisseur.
Yeah, there you go. Talk to her.
Yeah.
But it's got a song on there called The Clap, because Steve Howe was a big Chet Atkins fan.
Oh, really?
And he does, it's just a solo piece of him doing some Chet Atkins style guitar. Man, he was good at it.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite guitar players.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a lot of them. It would be hard to name a kid after a guitar player without having regrets.
Yeah, I got 2 kids, and one's named after a guitar, and one's named after the city where rock and roll and B.B. King came out of. So
Grayson, right? And Gibson.
Yep. Gibson.
G.
Gibson is a no-brainer. Grayson's middle name is Memphis.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right. That's kind of a cool name.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a penguin. I know in Happy Feet, one of the penguins' names is Memphis.
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
Oh, you got kids. You got to break that out again.
Yeah, it depends on whatever phase they're going through.
Yeah.
Which right now is Smurfs.
Oh, la.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So, they like blondes. There's only one female Smurf.
I guess so.
Yeah. Well, you got any Smurf songs? You want to Smurf on the Smurf tar?
Nope.
All right. Well, something original again?
Which one you want to hear? You know them all.
The whole thing is like the gray whistle test, where they would record a song, then play it for the doorman, then the next day come around and see if the doorman could whistle the whole tune. That's how the old gray whistle test came about. It was kind of like street testing music. I like Mendocino County Stars, Pacific Wind, I believe. Mm-hmm. I think you have a lot of good tunes, so whatever you want to play.
All right. We'll do Mendocino County Stars. It's 7 o'clock and the night is young. The smog of this city's filling up my lungs. I can hear the train whistle blowing just around the bend. I don't feel much like hitting the town. I'd rather go cruising with the windows down. And if nothing's on the radio, we'll listen to the wind. Don't the moon look good when it's shining bright west of Big River on a Saturday night under the Mendocino County Stars? We can walk south down Lansing Street and and watch the waves crash on the beach. Stare off into where the sky and the ocean meet. See the water tower against a foggy sky. Listen to the seagulls and the passerbys. I ain't never going back to the city life. Don't the moon look good when it's shining bright west of Big River on a Saturday night under the Mendocino County stars? About a beautiful small town somewhere along the coast where I could put my roots down. Look no further, baby, here we are under the Mendocino County stars. Don't the moon look good when it's shining bright west of Big River on a Saturday night under the Mendocino County stars? Don't the moon look good when it's shining bright? I love the way it's glowing, baby, in your eyes
Under the Mendocino County stars. Couldn't help it.
By the way, anybody who may be watching the live stream to this or who might watch it afterward, you're probably wondering why I keep looking this way. He has a computer over here and I can see everything I'm doing, and I don't often see myself when I play it, so I'm just intrigued by how I look. That, and he has all these CDs right here and I'm looking over trying to see what all he's got.
Count the Chet Atkins.
I'm multitasking.
Yeah. There's some good distraction. Well, the dogs haven't run in here yet, so that's good. That happens sometimes. That's a good tune. What's that? What's that one about? No, I'm kidding. Mendocino stars, Big River, you know.
Lansing Street.
A lot of local reference. What's your forecast for gigs coming up? You got like an itinerary or a list of stuff going on? How's your gig traffic now? Besides, you're going to be playing at the Inglewood Community Center on the 27th.
On the 27th.
Opening up. You know, it's funny, too, because I saw a poster that Lee had posted that had the band named Stable Genius, but now it's just like Parsons, Keeter, Ryder, or that was just their names again.
Yeah.
So maybe they aren't Stable Genius, but there was a post about the gig with Stable Genius, you know, kind of a Donald Trump thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
You know,
now.
a joke, because
yeah.
That's what they're calling his mental health.
Maybe everybody was going to be like, who's Stable Genius? So as a marketing ploy, they put Gene's name out there because people are definitely going to buy tickets if Gene's name is on it.
Yeah, if I was another big radio station in town, I would be like, Gene. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the guy, you know, good local guy. Well, you know, he's from Southern California, though, right? But he's been here for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, there's that song on the Kindling collection. There's a song called Sonic Bummer, and it's about, you know, like aircraft going over causing sonic booms that would kill his chickens.
Yep. Make his sheep run away.
Yeah.
And then I called the big man at the field and told him what he'd done. He laughed and said, "Go back to bed. My boy's just having fun."
My boy's just having fun.
So yeah, Gene couldn't get any sympathy. That's a great song.
That is.
Kindling is the best. There are two great country rock albums. Kindling is one of them, and the other one is Gilded Palace of Sin by the Flying Burrito Brothers.
That I probably need to get, because mine's kind of a greatest hits or
Actually,
whatever.
your greatest hits album is just the first two Burrito Brothers albums, so it's on there.
It's pretty much there then. Okay. But, yeah, I don't want to be too... Actually, there's a CD in my mailbox. I'm building up my King's X collection. I got the Black Like Sunday, says delivered in customer's mailbox. I got to sprint out there. And anyway, I'm a huge King's X fan. It's one of my hard rock bands I'm really into.
I don't know much by them.
Well, you know what? I like power trios.
Yeah, me
you know?
too.
if three guys can do all their own vocal harmonies and put on a live show, it leaves a lot of real estate for the instruments to, be loose. It's not like each guitar player has to synchronize because there's one.
So who's your favorite power trio?
Oh, geez, probably King's X.
King's X?
Yeah, I love the work of like the Hendrix Band of Gypsies.
Yep. Band of Gypsies was my favorite that he did, and that's because it was more soul rather than blues.
Yeah,
like, there was a lot of R&B flavor in that. Which
Zebra. A lot of people don't like Randy Jackson's voice, but Zebra as a band, as a power trio, I believe is a great power trio.
Randy Jackson from...
He's a long-haired white guy, not
okay.
Different Randy Jackson.
I have a samurai sword signed by Randy Jackson.
Which Randy Jackson is that? The samurai?
It's a joke. It's from Step Brothers.
Oh, okay. That's funny. What do you want to play?
How many more can I do?
Well, as many as you want, but you have to fit them in 13 minutes.
13 minutes? All right. We'll do... you want to hear Keep the Change or One of a Kind?
Oh, geez. Should I toss a coin?
We can.
No. That's a keep the change joke.
Well, then we'll just do Keep the Change.
Yeah, it's a good tune.
This one has a wordy dirt in it. Can I say that on air, or should I cut it out?
Is it like donkey?
No, it's the initials of it are GD.
No, I think that one's all right.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, I think I've heard even, like, Tom Hartman say that before. There's other programs.
My buddy and I in high school, we used to have a running joke between us because there was this 80s hair metal Christian band called Stryper.
Oh, I remember Stryper.
Yeah, they had that album, To Hell with the Devil.
Yeah,
which
To
was
Hell with the Devil.
It's actually a really good album.
Yeah.
But we were always talking about what words can we take that are swear words and put them in a Christian context so it's okay. And we were like, let's write a song called God Damn to You. But we never did.
Is that Michael Sweet?
Yeah.
There's and I've sampled it. I'm not sure if I'm on the fence of buying it. I'm a huge Dawkins fan.
Yeah.
From the 80s, 90s, whatever. And there's a Sweet and Lynch album with Michael Sweet and George Lynch. I like just about everything George Lynch touches. I love his guitar playing.
Yeah.
Really off the cuff, multiple techniques, and when he jams, you kind of never know where he's going to go. He really knows how to use the instrument. But all right, so what are we doing? Keep the change?
Keep the change.
Mathew Westmoreland, KNYO. Here we go.
I wasn't born with a silver spoon, and I don't come from means. My mama was too goddamn broke to afford the American dream. I quit school when I was 16 to help her make it through. I don't regret the decisions I've made, cause I did what I had to do. I was wiping down dirty tables and I was scrubbing down dirty plates. It don't bother me to look back, but I would never relive those days. So keep the change, cause I know what it's like to work all day and have to slave all night. Keep the change, cause I know what it's worth. A penny saved is a penny that you earn. Keep the change. Something finally broke our way till the summer of '07. The economy tanked and everything we had went south of heaven. Mama filed bankruptcy and our house went to the bank, cause loan sharks targeted homeowners with them floating interest rates. Man, it's been such a long time and our family's come a long way. It don't relive those days. So keep the change, cause I know what it's like to work all day and I have to slave all night. Keep the change, cause I know what it's worth. A penny saved is a penny that you've earned. Keep the change. Man, it's been such a long time, and our family's come a long way. It don't bother me to look back, but I would never relive those days. So keep the change, cause I know what it's like to work all day and I have to slave all night. Keep the change, cause I know what it's worth. A penny saved is a penny that you've earned. Keep the change.
You ever do dishes for a restaurant?
Yes, I did.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You told me a story about cutting your hand once or something. Was that you worked in a meat packing type plant, right? Or something? What was the hand? You said something about like not having cut gloves one time and...
Yeah, I didn't have cutting gloves when I worked for a restaurant, and I sliced my thumb open. And,
wow.
You know, while I was prepping some dishes,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know...
A little extra ketchup on that hot dog.
So, yeah, I had to go to the hospital, had to get stitches, got quit fired, you know.
Yeah. Quit fired.
Yep.
That's like a word. Quit fired.
Yep.
That's a good band name. Well, we're quit fired. We're going to play a hop song, leave.
I'll have to tell you some of the band names that my wife has disapproved of when we're out on the air.
Oh, okay. You know, I probably told you before, my working title for my demos on Reverb Nation is The Slamming Junkies.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought it was... When I was hanging out with Chris Dunn, and we were kind of shopping around for drummers before he got absorbed into Highway 1 and stuff, we're over at this guy Rob's place having an outdoor barbecue, and I had the laughs for some reason. Every single thing somebody said, I just was busting up. And I came up with some band names, and before I could even say one of them, I almost spit my food out, and I couldn't even breathe. And the band name was Godzilla's Balls. And that's a band name.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You never see those in the movies, do you?
No, I don't know. Where does he hide them?
Yeah, the dude is huge.
That's why he knocks down buildings, so he can like use the septic system that's attached to him.
Yeah, probably.
I need to poop. Knock down building, use drain.
What's a Godzilla got to do to find a bathroom around here? That's the only reason he wreaks havoc on the city, man. You couldn't just use the ocean nearby.
I know. Go back to the ocean, dummy.
See why I don't live near the Atlantic?
Godzilla,
all the hurricanes.
the Bermuda Triangle.
The Bermuda Triangle. My family was like, what do you want to move to California for? It's going to be underwater before long. And after Irma, I called and I was like, look, Florida ended up underwater before California did.
Yeah, at least they won't have offshore oil drilling. Isn't that the one state that's like exempt in the new Trump offshore oil plan?
What's that, Florida?
Yeah, like opening up all waters for offshore oil, then, but not Florida because the Mar-a-Lago's down there.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to have to look at anything. Gosh, Anyway, I'm not going to get political on this show. I have a special guest. What's your most political tune?
I don't...
Cry.
I put it this way when I was on Jeff Zoller's show, because Aaron opened up with a political tune, and my follow-up to that was, I don't really write political songs, but I do write songs about how bad politics affect rural areas.
That's fair.
And that's kind of what my song Martin Bridge Road is about.
You want to try that?
Sure.
By the way, one other name popped up. Oh, here we go. Right on. Did I hear something about a show? Blah, blah. Phoebe chimed in again. A.B. Dusky liked the video. So if you're listening out there, hi Amy.
Hey, Amy.
Give our best to the banjo picker.
Banjovi.
I like it. So Martin Bridge Road is about a place where you used to live?
Yeah, it's about
Okay.
the town I grew up in. Actually, you know,
Which state?
It'd be Georgia.
Okay.
It'd be ironic if this was the song I closed on, because the first song I opened up with, Front Porch Swing, was also about this town, but it's a happier song about...
How close to the bridge is the Front Porch Swing? A mile?
The
500
bridge?
feet? Yeah.
Martin Bridge Road.
Oh, it's a road, but it's a road named after a bridge.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, you know, I'm trying to paint a picture of this song, you know.
Yeah, the bridge is like way far away from my nanny and papa's house.
All right, all right. Well, we've got a few more minutes. It's 5:56, so yeah, one more tune is perfect.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Martin Bridge Road. There ain't been much to this town after the flood. It used to be a sight to see, now it's infested with drugs. I thought time stood still here, now I got no hometown friends. I returned only to learn they've gone off the deep end. This low-pay entry-level job was the best that I could do. I wish someone had warned me there's not much to come home to. And I'm so dead serious, you can carve my words into stone. Instead of a warm welcome, I just feel even more alone. Of all the places I have been and the people who I've met, one thing I have never seen is a working class graduate. And I guess I'll always have rugged hands, 'cause that's what's in my blood. I just couldn't find what I was looking for in this town after the flood. I saw at a young age how love can become sore. Mama and Daddy's divorce was final in December of '94. All the Southern Baptist folks said that boy will be trouble someday. And they're so good at turning cheeks, they all look the other way. Nanny and Papa had a double wide at the end of Nassau Street. I remember counting cars I'd hear drive by on 123, and how I used to wonder where that two-lane highway is. My heart is like a tumbleweed made for blowing in the wind. Of all the places I have been and the people who I've met, one thing I have never seen is a working class president. I guess I'll always have rugged hands, 'cause that's what's in my blood. I just couldn't find what I was looking for in this town after the flood. The only thing that makes us all the same is we're born and then we die. Everything that happens in between is how we choose to live our lives. And I ain't got no one to care here, so I'm gonna pack my load and carry us south down 85 from Martin Bridge Road.
That one also mentions Nana and Papa.
Yep.
Do you ever get confused and put graduate and president in the opposite places?
No, I don't.
We say working class graduate and working class president.
Yeah.
I just realized that that's two different words from the last times I've heard the song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I thought it was president, and then I thought, oh, but it's graduate. That's one of those flip-flops in songwriting that in my own tunes, if the words are like that, I'll screw them up and go, oh!
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you know,
I gotta work at it, I guess.
I've never had trouble forgetting the lyrics to my own songs. I
That's a
forget
good
them
thing.
to other people's songs all the time.
Yeah. I love that live Van Halen video you can pull up on YouTube where in the middle of the tune he goes, I forgot the words, man!
Never seen that
Dave
one.
Lee Roth, oh jeez. Well, I appreciate you coming in, Mathew Westmoreland.
It was a pleasure to be here again.
And if somebody wants to check out your Facebook, is Mathew Westmoreland...
Facebook.com/Westmoreland Sounds.
Westmoreland Sounds.
You can like that page and follow all my upcoming shows.
That would be awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I really appreciate you coming in. Thank you for hightailing it here after work. And, well, it's official. I need to start the Wagner Variety Show for reals now. Well, I